Good morning and welcome to day 30. Whew, it's been a month after today, and that's the lovely little place we stayed at last night. It was beautiful. We were the only ones there. She had 3 beds, but she did the Camino back in 2015 and 2017. I think those were the dates. It could have been 2017, 2018. I don't recall exactly, but she moved here 2 years ago to buy that house and to open a sheet for pilgrims because Camino means so much to her. It was great. Anyway, the Camino's closed here, so we have to take a different way. Here, the sign, deviation, Chemin de Saint-Jacques, that way. So we're definitely getting the scenic route on this slight deviation. The road's closed for some reason. I saw that yesterday when we got here, but it said I could go down to the sheet, at which point you had to turn around and come back. But one thing I failed to say, I said this is day 30. Today will also mark the end of the first half of our Camino. I think I mentioned it previously that we didn't actually figure out our route until we got to France. We thought perhaps we'd start in Arles and then just go straight to Santiago from Arles. And then when I got to Toulouse and talked with Nicolas was like, well, I want to walk some days with you. And so I'm like, okay, well, at one point I had thought maybe I would start at Italy. And so that's why I did. I started at Italy to walk to Arles to meet Nicolas for a few days. And then Castres, where I'm going to be arriving today, is where I started the Camino in 2014. So I've done all of the Camino from here on out. So it's okay that I'm going to stop here. And then really the only reason I'm stopping here is because I have friends coming from Australia who I need to meet somewhere on the Camino Frances. And originally I was thinking I'd meet them while I was walking. Now I'm going to have to take a bus, but it's okay. So literally it was a 10-minute deviation because that road went all the way around and through the woods and came back. Just like the Gite is right there. Now, nothing looks wrong with the road, but I'm guessing they're worried about these rocks that are falling over there. And yeah, they don't want rocks falling on people. But Rob would think that's being a little overly cautious, but then again, it is the Camino, and nobody wants to see pilgrims hit by rocks on the Camino. Ooh, it wouldn't be a day on the Camino without a walk uphill to start it off. After that, 10-minute interlude in the woods, which actually probably helped get the juices flowing because, yeah, it was then like almost a mile uphill. Who knew? Because today the prevailing sentiment is again down, but clearly not right away. All right, we got to find the marks. Where are they? Oop, I think I see it over there. We've made it to our first town today. So we went up that hill and then we came down it, and we're going to keep going down it into the middle of this town. And then guess what? We're going to go right back up another one, about the same height. Not much. Let's see, what did my watch say? Yeah, only 340 feet. So another 340 feet for the day. Won't be so bad. I'm sure there'll be some little ups and downs in between, but it's only, well, it's an 18-kilometer day, or 18 and a half now. It was supposed to be 17, but with that deviation that was like half a mile, that's what, almost a kilometer. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit longer day, but not a big deal. We're actually trying to walk slow because we can't check in until 2 when we get to Castres. And yesterday we really couldn't check in until 3, but when I was speaking with a woman at dinner last night, there are actually a lot of pilgrims, even though they're very, very, very nice, they don't often respect, others. And it says clearly on the webpage that I found the sheet that you're allowed in at 3 o'clock. But again, I got there at what, 1:30, maybe 1, in time to get some food from that mobile épicerie. But I didn't go to the Gite at that point. I just, sat in the square, did some video editing, ate my food, fed some to the cats because there's a whole bunch of cats. Oh, and she has a cat named Wilson, which is crazy because, I let go of my Wilson Jr. a few days ago. Wilson is definitely a theme for France. see what happens in Spain. Anyway, now I'm just rambling, but yeah, you can see that mountain in the background. Whew. I'm not sure we're going over it, at least not right there, because this is our last day here in France. So sad. We've just gotten into the center of town and I wasn't going to stay, but now I've got to show you. This is the mobile pizzeria I went to yesterday. He just sets up in the square and he's got stuff and you can just buy it, and it's awesome. Really nice guy. And you can get whatever you really need, actually. But right now we don't need anything because we already ate. But yeah, he just drives around, spends an hour in a town. They know when he's coming. He beeps his horn and then moves on to the next town. And I'm not sure if it was around before COVID, but it's really pretty cool, especially in these towns that don't really have anything. So we normally don't leave the Camino for viewpoints, but since it's a short day and we do have some time to waste, we'll walk 100 meters and see what this viewpoint is. Of course, there's two trails and it splits, so I'm not sure which way the viewpoint is. We always choose right. So I'm guessing this is definitely the viewpoint by this cross. We put our bag down because we're gonna have to use the facilities very quickly, but we'll show you the view. It is nice. It's not very wide, but it's a neat town. I think that's the town we were just in. I haven't seen grapes in a while. We've seen a lot of grass and cows and wheat, but not so many grapes. Another nice view. We're headed downhill. We're about halfway through our day. We've gone, what, 8.5 kilometers. And we're on this nice, dirty, grassy, every now and then path. But it is getting warm today. It's probably the warmest day now all week because we've had some really great walking weather. Now we have some okay walking weather. I mean, sure, put on the sunscreen, put on the hat. Everything's good when we're in the sun, but we have preferred the cool mornings, which are probably going to go when we get to Spain, but we don't know. We haven't looked that far ahead yet, but we're going to have to soon because I might have misspoken. This is not our last day in France. It's our last walking day in France. Tomorrow, we're going to check out Castres because when we were here in 2014, we literally took the overnight sleeping train from Paris to Castres and then just started walking. So we never saw the town. So tomorrow, we're going to walk around Castres, take some pictures, maybe some videos, and then we're going to get on a train and go to Toulouse and repack at Nicolas' house, do the laundry, and then we're going to head to Spain. So, yeah, so it's not our last day in Spain, it's our last walking day. I mean, in France. Spain, France. What's the difference? You're here, Rob, and it's great. It's the Camino. And this view on this side is not so bad either. Check that out. So Mary Rebsher asked me the very first week of this what I preferred when it came to walking. And that day we were on rocks and hills and crap. Well, I said preferably grass, which doesn't happen very often. But this is our trail right now. I mean, it's nice. Clearly, somebody keeps it cut. And I don't know how long it's going to go. But it's just grass. It's soft underfoot. There's no rocks. I mean, there's not even much of a path. People just been walking all over it. You know, a lot of times you'll just see a very narrow track where the people walk, but on this, it's so nice and it feels so good on the bottom of your feet. So yeah, this is it, Mary. This is my favorite, but it certainly doesn't happen very often, but we'll take it when we can get it. We always love it when we see posts like this. Texas, Australia, Smile, St. Jacques, Tahiti. Hey, Fred's from Tahiti. I wonder if he saw this. Anyway, we're headed off that way, according to the St. Shell. So we've gone up and down and around and back and forth on today's walk. I don't know if you got this view yet. You probably got part of it, but we're showing it to you again because it's nice. We know we've shown you part of this view before, but this is probably the best view we've gotten all day. At least the longest uninterrupted view. Even with the wind, even if you can't hear me, that's a great view. So we're finally coming into Castres now. Oh, do I know that guy over there? I think I do. I think that's Bernard. I haven't seen him in a couple of days because, well, yesterday he stayed somewhere else. I think he's going the wrong way, but it is Bernard. He can do what he wants. It's his Camino. And I think we will go straight. But, so I think that's the way it's supposed to go. So Castres is a pretty big place. Not that we ever knew that, because we didn't. Because the last time we were here, we just saw the train station. And then the train station was outside of town, so this is a nice garden. So all we really saw was the train station, and then we left. So we felt like we were in the countryside. So that's kind of why we decided also to stay here a day to check it out. And then we'll head to Toulouse, and then we'll head to Spain, and then we're on the Camino Frances with Gretzky and the Dark Crow, who are actually on their way to Spain now. I just got a text from them this morning that they're at the airport, so we'll see them soon. Maybe you'll see them. I don't think I showed them last time, but I don't remember because, yeah, I don't film them out on the Camino Frances because I've been there so many times. Maybe it'll be different this year. Don't hold your breath though. Ooh, that's a cool fountain. So we've checked in, and now we're just taking a little bit of a walk around the city. We're not going to do a whole lot today since we're here all day tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the day we check things out, but I thought this was pretty cool along this river here. Yeah, it'd be hard to take a picture of all that, but I could take a picture of you, but no, I'm not. Oh, okay, fly away. Anyway, we're looking for our friends, so we can have a drink and say goodbye. And they're all off, and well, I'm off too. So